Hello and welcome to the Story Pilgrim podcast. Aldbourne and my cousin Hayley. Now, if you found yourself here by chance, then please go ahead and follow this podcast, like it, review it, listen to all the other episodes, and share it with your friends. Please and thank you. We also do have a blog. If you go to storypilgrim.com and click on the blog link, and then you'll finally find on our website a way to sign up to our newsletter. You will not be disappointed. I promise. Now, my cousin Hayley, my mum's sister's middle child. I mean, that's how people normally are classed as your cousin. Well, she's younger than me. I've known her all my life, but we never really have spent much time together outside of family gatherings. We both have a love for the outdoors and hiking, so we thought it would be great to meet up. Now, why Aldbourne? Well, it's about halfway between us, so we used that as our base for the day, and we headed out to get to know each other even better. Now, Hayley is a serious hiker, and she's been to... well, let's just listen in and you'll find out.
Oh yeah, it's a kite, I think. Yeah, it's the tail that will determine it, but because it's quite red, isn't it, underneath?
Right.
I think
That's a kite.
it's a kite.
Because then a buzzard's like a little bit bigger.
They're about the same scale, I would say, but a slightly different shape.
Okay.
So they haven't got the V in the tail, and
Yeah.
they're a lot browner, and they might have like white tips.
Okay. Or on the wings?
Yeah.
Okay. So tell me about Nepal then. When was it you were there?
So we decided to go in 2017. Having watched Everest at the cinema.
So that was the inspiration?
Well, yes and no. I was a bit concerned because I hate camping, and I thought if it's a case of walking, camping,
Yeah.
I just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Despite actually what it's got to offer. But I picked up a brochure in one of the travel agents, started reading about it, and you stay in tea houses.
Okay.
Which essentially is just a building made of plywood,
Yeah.
but it's not a tent.
Right.
And it'll
Okay.
have a basin.
And stove and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
You can get your food and everything there. So that was it. It was like, right, let's do it. Let's book it up and go. So yeah, didn't really know what to expect. And when we talk about toilet experiences, squatty toilets.
Yeah.
But you soon adapt, and
Were they all unisex?
yes,
Yeah.
But yeah, we flew into Kathmandu, and again, you know, the culture shock of getting off that plane straight out into the dusty streets,
Yeah.
and you've got people looking for your business just to taxi you into Tamal,
Yeah.
which is the area of Kathmandu that the trekkers go to.
It's quite big, isn't it, Kathmandu?
It
Am I right?
is, yeah.
Yeah.
So one area you can visit is the Monkey Temple, and
Okay.
it's quite high up, and you can just look at how Kathmandu sits in that valley,
Yeah.
how fast it is, and that dust that sort of settles
Sits
over it.
Yeah.
So yeah, again, that was amazing. But yeah, we sort of attached some days on at the start and some days at the end, so we could still enjoy Kathmandu when we'd
Yeah.
come back from the trek.
So was it like an organised trek? Was it like,
Yeah.
this is your itinerary and this is what you'll do?
Absolutely, yeah. So we worked with a company called Intrepid, and I think they have about 12 people on each of their tours.
Okay.
Very well organised. It's an Australian company,
Uh-huh.
and they like to put, you know, things back into the environment. So we did litter picks along the trek and things like that, which I thought was
Okay.
quite a nice little touch.
Yeah, that's really cool.
But yeah, so you get given your main guide, Raj. Was it Raj? I can't remember now.
Okay.
And then you have 4 Sherpas. One Sherpa will carry an oxygen tank on his back, which weighed an absolute ton.
Wow.
And then you've got other Sherpas, because of course 12 people are all going to have different walking abilities, and then you'll get to a certain altitude and
Yeah.
some people will struggle more than others.
Yeah.
So there'll always be a Sherpa close by to keep an eye on you.
Okay. And how how far are you trekking each day?
Anywhere between 7 to 12 miles.
Okay.
So we flew into Lukla, which is one of the world's most dangerous airports.
Okay.
Because it's just...
Was that on a small plane?
Yeah, one of those little...
Was that quite fun, or was it frightening?
Oh no, I love it.
Did you?
I got the front seat right behind the...
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I could see straight through.
Oh, that's brilliant.
And they've got the little barometers or whatever they are.
Yeah.
Going pull up, because they were so close to the mountains. But they weren't, it's just obviously there.
It's just the standard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's saying.
Yeah. But,
okay.
oh no, anything like that, absolutely love it. And then when we landed, you've just got this little strip in front of you and a mountain.
Wow.
So, yeah. And
how long was that flight?
40 minutes, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
But you're covering a fair distance, I would imagine, in that time.
Yeah.
Okay. And is that like quite a big altitude change from Kathmandu up to there?
Kathmandu actually sits at 1,500 metres, I think.
Okay.
Anyway, so the crisp packets are all ballooned,
okay,
and
yeah.
So actually you can feel a little bit in Kathmandu.
Yeah.
And then we flew to Lukla, and then walked from Lukla to Fat Thing, which
to
is
what?
Fat Thing.
Okay. So it's a fat thing. So you went to, what's this fat thing? Like, okay.
And that was at 2,650 metres.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that is a big change then.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you're trekking up to,
Yeah.
So is it up to base camp that you went up to?
Up to base camp, so we
should say that's base camp of?
Everest.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, we then went from Fat Thing to Namche Bazaar. Namche Bazaar is quite a popular place. Again, it's like a little town in its own little right on the side of the mountain. We stayed there for 2 nights to acclimatise.
Okay.
And people could get helicoptered in there. There's like a little helicopter pad. But there's a museum for Tenzing and Hillary.
Yeah.
So the guys that went up to Everest and
Yeah.
lost their lives and whatever. There's like this memorial and museum which was really fascinating.
I bet.
So we did that the one day just to acclimatise really, and then went back down to Namche Bazaar. But Namche Bazaar's sort of made up of Irish bars.
Really?
Yeah. There's like cows sat outside the Irish bar.
Okay.
And then you've got like little bakeries and shops just selling like yak bowls and poles and outdoor gear generally. So.
Yeah.
But beautiful little village.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed that.
What time of year was this?
October.
Okay.
So we didn't have any rain. The weather was perfect.
Okay.
When we came back down, we did have a bit of snow.
Right.
But we couldn't have asked for better weather.
Yeah, yeah. Did you stay at base camp then?
So we there's a place called Gorak Shep just before you get to base camp.
Yeah.
And it's made up of like 3 tea houses.
Okay.
So that's like the last place you can stay in a tea house.
Yeah.
And then you walk to base camp, and then we stayed in Gorak Shep. So as you can imagine, because of how far away it is from civilization, it wasn't a very nice place.
Right.
It was a
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very basic. And
what was it like being there?
So at that point, that was the highest we'd slept, and our lead guide said
The wind is really bad. So yeah, go on. Yeah, I should be able to try and figure it out. It's really, there you go. If
it's soft floor, isn't it?
It is. It's really windy. Maybe when we get down over here,
yeah,
it'll drop down.
It might not be so bad.
More like that,
yeah.
then it means you're going to come right in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
So our lead guide said, look, if you have problems sleeping, try and open the window, but it had frozen solid, so that wasn't anything that we could do. But just sit up and try and breathe.
Okay.
And I really struggled. I was like, and then you panic because you can't breathe. So
right, most
Yeah, so I did.
important
Just that night, sleep wasn't the best, but
thing. Okay.
it was only one night, and then we were heading back down again. So
Yeah. Being there, like at the base of this enormous mountain.
yeah.
Did you sit there and go, oh, I want to go up here? Or were you
No.
like, yeah, no, that's all right. I'm all right down here.
Yeah, I'm all right down. I'm safe.
Yeah.
Well, as safe as I can be.
Yeah.
But that's proper hardcore mountaineering.
Oh, totally.
Yeah,
Oh, God, yeah, it's one of the hardest.
And it's nice to see it and
Yeah.
picture it and be that close to it.
Yeah.
Obviously, Damon wanted to climb it.
Did he want to go
yeah.
up? Yeah.
But no, there was no. I want to go a bit further.
You were like, I'm quite happy down here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because you stood on a glacier, and so it's moving all the time.
Really?
At base camp, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's constantly, like when they go in May to try and summit, you know, they'll be on a different area
Keep up. Yeah.
to what would have been, you know, the year before, for instance, because it's just all
Oh, 'cause
shifted.
it's smooth.
Yeah.
Is it noisy? Is it like making noises?
You can hear creaky noises.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
We did see a little avalanche as well
Yeah.
on the other side, so that was a
Wow.
bonus. But it's just like a moonscape.
Yeah.
The grounding and what you'd stood on and what you see is phenomenal.
I bet. I mean, there can't be that many people that have actually been there. So do you get that sense of like, this is something it's quite special?
Yeah,
but also
I
the
do.
nature around it. Is it, I mean, like you here, like we have this, I just love being out in nature. But there it's like, it's quite brutal, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, but is it as awe-inspiring kind of thing?
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you go through wooded areas. You see waterfalls and then the donkeys, and then you come out of that into this like moonscape where you've got like the dead trees, and then trees
Okay.
that no longer exist because they can't because of the altitude.
Yeah.
But you've still got birds singing, and
Okay.
you know, you walk through these little villages with these little kids, and they're all so happy to see a human being, you know.
Really? Yeah, because there's not many people that go up there.
That's it, yeah.
Okay. Wow, that must have been. And is that like? So that was 2017,
Yeah.
and obviously we've had the pandemic and stuff and what
Yeah.
have you. But what do you do after that?
So
You know, it's like,
yeah, well, we went back to Nepal this time last year, so May last year, to do the Langtang Trail. So Langtang was another area that had got struck by the earthquake in 2015, and the whole village
okay.
had been subjected to this massive avalanche, and a number of lives had been lost.
Oh wow.
And you know, the village just disappeared.
Yeah.
But we went on this walk, and they just bounced back. They're so resilient, you know. They're such hard workers. They've just got back on with their lives. They've rebuilt the villages the best way that they can.
Okay. That's
And
amazing.
it really is.
Do they get much government help? Do you know?
No, I don't think they do.
Just did it on their own back.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Okay.
Walks in, because some of them are in flip-flops on these trails,
Seriously.
carrying big like snooker tables on their back and TVs, and
Really?
oh, it's remarkable. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you demanded that they had a snooker table with them that you could take to play.
Yeah. Well, I couldn't be without it, you see.
I need a snooker table. What were they doing carrying a snooker table?
Well, Namche Bazaar, you've got the Irish bar,
okay.
and the only way they can get it there is on foot.
It's really on foot.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
What about yaks?
So yaks tend to work higher up, so they'll go to altitude,
Okay.
so they can use yaks, although yaks probably wouldn't be able to carry a snooker table
Why not?
because of just how they're built.
Okay.
Like, it probably keeps slipping off or something.
Right, okay.
Amazing experiences that I can only dream of having the luck of taking part in one day.
Our conversation turned to how did all of this adventure begin? Where did it stem from?
Yeah,
Does that
well,
make sense?
I suppose, when I look at my roots, Mum and Dad used to take us up Liddington Hill every Sunday.
Right.
Used to come home, no matter what the weather was, all year round, come home, beans on toast,
Yeah.
light the fire with the dog.
Yeah.
And I suppose I've just grown up with it, perhaps.
And it's part of, it's
Yeah.
in there, it's ingrained. Is that the
Yeah.
same for Damon?
No, not so much. So when we met, because of where he lives, we used to just do a few walks around the Cherished mountain, which
Okay.
is just like a mile and a half up and a mile and a half down.
Okay.
But quite, it's got a good climb on it.
Yeah.
We started there, and then Damon really got the bug.
So was that you initially saying, come on, let's get out?
I feel like that there was something there, yeah.
Yeah. And he's now, would you say he's now overtaken you? And
Without doubt,
Yeah.
because he's joined Mountain Rescue.
that's right, Mum
Yeah.
just said. That's
So,
brilliant. What's
yeah.
what does that involve?
So it's all voluntary,
Yeah.
and 12 months, he's been trying to get in since before COVID, and then COVID hit and it sort of delayed the process.
Sure.
So he's been in for 12 months,
Okay.
still on probation. So if we were, say, on the top of the Brecon Beacons now, or the Black Mountains,
Yeah.
and a storm came in and we lost all direction, we lost all, GPS,
Yeah.
we'd phone 999,
Yeah.
ask for the police and just say we're on the top of a mountain and we're lost,
Yeah.
and they would then call Mountain Rescue to come and find us
Right.
and rescue us. So people can get stuck on the mountain, if you get injured, fall down, hit your head, you might get stuck on the side of a crag.
Yeah.
So they can, they've got people who can do all the climbing down the side of a
The abseiling.
the abseiling, that's right.
But would he? But is he on like call then? Does he say like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm available this weekend, and does he just stay at home, or does he? Is there like a place he goes and hangs out?
So he's got an app on his phone,
Right.
and so when they get a call out, the app alarms him.
Yeah.
In fact, after we left Uncle Brian's memorial in November,
Yeah.
got in the car, it went off.
Did it really?
So we got in the car just in time because it would have alarmed everybody, because it's
is
a
it quite
proper
loud?
squeal.
Is it? Oh wow.
So, and then he pushes a button to say yes, he's going to attend, or no, he's not.
Does it say where it is?
So they'll give them OS locations.
Yeah.
So Damon's got the OS map on his phone, so he just punches that in,
Right.
secures the phone as like a sat nav,
Yeah.
and then it takes him straight to the
where
rendezvous point then.
Okay,
Yeah. So
okay.
it can be anywhere really.
Does he have like his kit in the car then? Does he have a specific?
Yeah, so he's got a bag at the bottom of the stairs.
Okay.
He's got his main bag in the van.
Yeah.
With all his main kit in. The only thing that we're trying to figure out at the moment is food.
Right.
So
Yeah.
the first few call outs he had, I was just dishing dinner up, literally, and it went off. So he went out,
Yeah.
not knowing how long he was going to be out for without any food.
Oh wow.
So it's getting that part right
Yeah.
at the moment, which I'm sure as
Well, you
time
just-
goes on.
But yeah, also you just don't know, do you? You
Yeah.
don't know if that was going to go off at that point,
Yeah.
What's this place called?
Liddington
Liddington Fort.
Fort, yeah.
So it really is a fort though, isn't it?
It is.
We can't get in.
Fort Knox.
It's like just surrounded by barbed wire apart from one gate that we can see on the other side of the barbed wire. So we'll wander down and see if we can get through this. But yeah, you reckon that is Swindon?
Yeah, definitely.
It's kind of sprawled, doesn't it?
It is. It's a metropolis.
Yeah.
Liddington Hill Fort,
a late Bronze Age and early Iron Age univalate hill fort, sat on a commanding high point close to the ridgeway. First occupation dating to the 7th century BC. It's a simple oval bank of earth and would have also been timber on top. A great vantage point and a perfect place for a spot of lunch.
Monster Munch.
Do you like Monster Munches?
Yeah, love them. You've got to have a pickled onion though. No, I'm okay,
I
thanks.
couldn't find the pickled onions.
What? That's
No.
rude.
They just had the sweet and spicy, and then what was the other one? I can't even remember the other flavour.
Beef? Could it have been the
Was it
beef one, the
beef?
yellow pack?
Yeah, it was beef. Yeah, the pickled onion ones weren't there.
Do you want some of this tea? Yeah, pickled onion or beef.
That looks a bit. That looks easier if we go around there.
Yeah,
Rather than slide, we're going to slide on our.
yeah. Yeah, that's a bit too precarious, isn't it? Oh, bless him.
Yeah, I haven't had Monster Munch for ages. So,
Damon did a job for a lady and she gave him a big box of Tyrrells.
Really?
So we've been working our way through those. Doesn't take us long because we love crisps.
Okay. What's your? Oh,
Would you like some?
no, thanks.
You're not
I was going to say, what's your sandwich of choice? And you've got sushi.
sushi.
you like to do the fancy stuff.
I thought I'd have a change.
Is that usually what you bring? Sushi on your hikes? Where's your chopsticks?
I know, at home.
Are they? Are you a big sushi fan?
I love sushi, yeah.
Do you?
There's a Yo Sushi in our Tesco's, but it's so expensive.
I was not expecting that.
So this is Tesco's own sushi.
Okay, is it good?
It is, it's really good.
Where have I put? Oh, I know where I've
Do
put.
you do sushi much?
No, I don't like sushi. I don't know why it is. Initially, it was the working class man inside me saying, well, you haven't cooked it, so you haven't put any effort into it, so why should I pay so much money
Yeah.
for something that you...
Oh, yeah, it's the only way I know of, yeah.
Well,
Yeah. You're on a hike, are you?
Yeah, we just come from Aldbourne.
Aldbourne, St George? St Andrew?
No,
Aldbourne.
Aldbourne.
Aldbourne. Oh, you're going that way, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
okay,
way.
all right.
Yeah.
Enjoying it?
Yeah, it's lovely.
Yeah, it's lovely. Nice and rolling, isn't it?
Oh, it is, it definitely is that, yeah.
Yeah.
Where are you based? Are you...
Oh, I'm just from the town. I'm from inside Swindon there.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're out for a Sunday morning stroll.
So that, we were debating, that is Swindon. Where's Cirencester?
You won't see it, but you can see the main road going across. It's not, well,
It's on
it's
the
the
other
hills
side.
there, yeah.
On
That's
the other
Siren.
side.
Yeah.
So this
Ah.
is Swindon and then
Yeah.
Cirencester.
Yeah, and then Gloucester obviously, and onward and that way, yeah.
Right. Lovely.
It's home for you guys?
I'm in Brighton,
Okay.
yeah, and Hayley's in,
Hereford.
Oh, Hereford. Oh, right.
so we
Oh,
kind of
lovely.
met in the middle.
Yeah, great stuff. Is this for a weekend or?
Just cousins catching up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just met a young girl going right, from start to finish the Ridgeway.
Oh, she's doing the Ridgeway?
She's doing
yeah.
the whole thing, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. How long's that going to take her?
I didn't ask actually.
You didn't
I know a few people that have done it, and I sort of done half of it. I've never gone right up to the other side of Berkshire, up to Windsor that way,
Yeah, that's a fair
It's
distance.
a bit, yeah.
Good for her.
Yeah, she's enjoying it as well, yeah. But it's so wet,
I know.
so slippery underfoot.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not very pleasant, is it? This rain. I wish it would just
God,
stop.
oh, hopefully. So wait, are you staying tonight then? Which way are you heading?
Back to Brighton for me.
Okay,
Yeah.
right, okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So if you're trekking out all afternoon, it's going to be a bit wet, isn't it?
Yeah, no, we can see that rain over there.
Yeah, I'm hiding back to get out of the way.
Missing that. Hopefully. Yeah, no, it's lovely. It really is.
Yeah.
Do you come up here often?
Not very often.
No?
No, I've had a few problems with the little dog. I normally go Cirencester and we do the Cotswolds, most weekends, There's hundreds of walks there, I come up on the Ridgeway occasionally because it's obviously it's I go to Hereford a lot.
Oh, do you? Yeah.
I got a sister in Cleonga.
Oh, have you? That's just down the road from me.
Ah, right.
So if you come out of there
Yeah.
and head into Hereford
Yeah.
at the Tesco roundabout,
I know it. Yeah.
I'm just off there.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I've probably drove past that many a time.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's been there about 20 years. So
Oh,
I
lovely.
normally stretch out along there, along the Wyvale and all around there.
Oh, it's
if I'm
beautiful.
staying with her, yeah, my sister. Yeah. All right, mate. All right. No, a farmer took a dislike to him and set off with a shotgun.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he was a good little dog. He still is, you know. And it's,
Oh no.
we was on a bridle walk, you know. I mean, he just didn't like us there, and he shot it up in the air above us. You can see what he's like now, but that was
Very
like
timid. Yeah.
6 months ago, so he's just coming out now.
Oh.
So if I sit and take time, so I normally go with my friends and that, but if I've got to get him out and get him back to it.
Yeah.
It's all right, mate. It's all right. Come on in. Let's
That's
get
a
you
shame.
going. You
That's
start the
it,
flight.
yeah.
Enjoy your
Slowly
walk
as it-
anyway.
Yeah,
thank you. You
thanks.
too.
Bye bye now. Safe journey
Bye-bye.
back.
Take care. A lovely gentleman and his dog. You never know what's around the corner. Well, Hayley had had her fill of sushi and I was happy with me Monster Munch. As I listened back to the audio from the walk that day, I realised that I had done an awful lot of talking. And so I began to wonder, how did this sound to Hayley? Maybe something like this?
I'll let you prove different to me. Yeah. And they don't. And you're like, okay. Alright, that's where we're at. Yeah. It's not going to change. Even though they've got people in power in the right places, they still don't have the power. Yeah. So, that's what's fascinating as a traveller, is just how we come to what we come to, the society, how do we get to this part, this one thing where only land is one of the most important things. Yeah. When you have really no right to it. Yeah. You know, it's, you look at all the indigenous people that are left in the world, whether it be in America, in South America, in Australia, they don't have that. No. They're all nomadic. Yeah. You look at all the old ancient civilizations, most of them are nomadic. Yeah. You know, they don't have any claim to the land. Do you want to find a rain program? I don't, no. I don't know, you just have to remember. I want to say South America. Okay. So you go and find all these nomads. Yeah. They're very it's really fascinating to see that there's still, that still happens, like...
I hope that wasn't the case. We had so much to talk about. We drifted back to an experience Hayley had had in Nepal.
You're just somebody that's going to rip you off of I think that's the biggest thing. You hear of all these stories, don't you, of people taking you for a ride. I mean, even when we were in Nepal for the first time, in the book there's a tour around Kathmandu.
Okay.
So I'm following this, we'll go down this alley and go down there, and we came to this place where ahead of us was a dentist.
Uh-huh.
And outside the dentist was this wall with people's teeth stuck into it.
Oh, really?
So I'm just reading in the book about it, and this lad comes up by the side of us. I'm a student from Delhi. I can tell you all this, blah, 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 which he then started to talk to us about this sculpture we were looking at.
Yeah.
Then he took us to a couple of other places, and he was really good, really informative. Well, I mean, the thing is, we can only trust what he says. We don't know if it was the truth or not. Yeah. But he was really good.
Yeah.
And I said to Dame, are you going to give him a couple of quid for his worries?
Yeah.
This lad goes, oh, no, I'm Hindu. Was it Hindu? I can't accept money off people. But if we go to the shop, if you could buy me and my family some rice and some bits, I appreciate it.
Okay.
So that's what we duly did.
Yeah.
And then we walked away and we were like, that was 60 quid.
Oh, really? Oh.
And then when you read some of the Lonely Planet guides, it says you'll get these people who give you this story. So what will happen is he'll go back to that shopkeeper. The shopkeeper will take all of his goods back, and then they'll split the reddies.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
So then...
Oh, that's fascinating.
It is.
Okay.
I've
never heard of that.
No, well, we hadn't. And obviously we were like, oh. And then a little bit later on that day, we stood at a crossroads and this lad comes springing by the side of me. I'm a student from Delhi, and I was like, fuck off, like this at him. You leave me alone. Don't you get near me.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
So where did you say you're off to next?
So we've got a mini trip in April to Cornwall.
Yeah.
Then we've got a week-long trip to Cornwall again in July.
Okay.
So Damon's brother and sister-in-law come over from New York for the summer holidays.
Nice.
And they always book a week in Cornwall because they love it down there.
Okay.
So I met Damon in 2008.
Okay.
And one of the first conversations we had was, he said, oh, I like going skiing. Oh, do you? Oh.
Okay.
Okay. So then, 2008, I think maybe 2000, I don't think we skied 2009 because I had a year in the UK where I was going to Gloucester Dry Ski Slope.
Okay, yeah.
Or Tamworth.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're with Tamworth.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. So it must have been 2010 when we went to Italy.
Okay.
Skiing. So 14 years, isn't it? 14, 15
Yeah.
years. Yeah.
You obviously enjoyed it.
It is a bit of fun. It's like one of those things, isn't it? There's another kite. Where Lucy says, oh, go on then.
Yeah.
You've just got to give everything a...
Just give it a go.
Yeah, and I just think there's only one way down.
Yeah.
And you'll get down whatever way that might be.
Whether it be one piece or yeah.
But we do enjoy, the après side of it as well. So,
definitely.
Our day consists of getting up, having breakfast, getting on the slope, doing a few runs, having a coffee, doing a few more runs, having lunch.
Yeah.
And then usually I might say I want to head back now, and then Damon will find a really nice slope and mess around on it.
Yeah.
This year there's an area where there's 3 black runs and a coffee place right at the bottom. So I said, you go and do all 3 of those, and I'll stay in this.
Enjoy your coffee.
Yeah. And I just watch you from the window.
There you go. What a very special day with an extraordinary person. And she's my cousin. How lucky am I? From hearing about her adventures abroad to teaching me that you can actually take sushi on a hike and it's okay. There are no rules, only the ones that we make up. A little nod to Aldbourne. It's a quaint village in Wiltshire, made famous by Johnny Morris, Jankel Adler and Doctor Who. In 1971, Aldbourne was the filming location for the story The Demons, starring John Pertwee. I highly recommend you pay it a visit. Many thanks to Hayley. I had a great day. The Story Pilgrim was written and produced by me, Darren Hill. The amazing Anya Backer did the original music on the harp. That's Sean the harp. If you'd like to know more about us, please find us on social media. Just search The Story Pilgrim. Have a look on our website, sign up for our newsletter. Keep listening. Buen camino.